Hello, this is the video you've all been waiting on. The all fat people are fat because they are lazy. All of them video. Let me say that in this video I will have to add some love and hip hop hands so that I can bring it all home for y'all, because I'm feeling all gangster and everybody trying to like get mad at me in my inbox and texting me and emailing me. No, but I digress. Let me say this. If you were offended by the comment, all fat people are fat because they're lazy, and you were honestly hurt by that comment, I do apologize for how you took it, but I do not apologize for what was said, and I'll explain why. For those of you who got mad, let me add the love and hip hop hands next. For those of you who got mad, I did not respond to your emails or your texts or what have you because this. Last year, they put 30 candles on my cake. So you know what that means? That means I'm around here grown. And last time I checked, we was living in the United States of America, where they practice that thing called, what you say, free speech. So, boo-boo, I'm going to say what it is I want to say when I want to say it. But what I will say, I digress, back to me. What I will say is, I apologize that you did get angry by the statement, but I would like for you to ask yourself, why am I mad about the statement, all fat people are fat because they're lazy? Is it because you're lazy? I'm not sure. That's your personal struggle. That's your life. But, yeah. The reason I don't agree with the statement, because I don't think all fat people are fat because they're lazy, but I think some people are fat because they're lazy. To the people that were offended, the reason why I was apologizing for how you took it and not by what was said, because of what was said, was because I didn't personally say it. It was in quotations because someone else said it. And that's just the title of the video because it's what I want to talk about. So I'm going to explain. What happened was I received an email from a young lady who just recently, first of all, this is how our conversation started. She was having struggles with her weight loss journey. She couldn't figure out why she wasn't losing weight, and she was having a few other issues, which dawned on me that she needed to be checked to see if she had PCOS. She told me that she didn't know for sure. So, after going to the doctor and doing what I told her to do, they did confirm she does have PCOS. So that would explain why she's struggling with the weight loss journey. She goes on to say that before and after finding out she had this condition, her mother and her aunt said that no, you're just fat like the rest of them because you're lazy. All fat people are fat because they're lazy. If you got off of your butt, then you wouldn't be fat. Okay. So, I'm bothered, okay? I'm real bothered. So, young lady, I hope that you allow your mother and your aunt to watch this, and they too can feel however they want to feel. No disrespect to my elders, by no means, but we're all grown here. So, let's talk about this. What you said and what you are saying to your relative is downright rude and out of control. Simply because even if she was, and let me go back. We are not fat. Let me run that back. We are not fat. Fat is not the word that defines who we are. We have fat, but we are not fat. Fat is a condition that can be changed. Fat is something that can go away and it can get bigger. Therefore, she is not fat. I am not fat. Anyone who is overweight is not fat. They just have fat. Let's get that clear. Now let's run it back. Even if she has fat because she's lazy, what good did it do when you added your 2 cents to tell her that? That is not motivational. That is not encouraging. That is not loving. And this is not, somebody's calling me. And this is not boot camp, honey. That doesn't work. That method, that tough love thing doesn't work with everybody. And for her mother, she stated that she's been overweight since she was a child, which is probably why she now has the PCOS. I don't know what causes PCOS. I don't know if overweight causes it or it causes you to be overweight. Regardless, if she was overweight as a child, it's because you allowed her to eat or you fixed her food. So therefore, part of her laziness and her having fat is your fault. So you take ownership for it and help her. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to help her. Let me explain that this weight loss journey thing is already hard enough, but don't mess around and have no health conditions that make it worse. Then that's just, it makes you feel defeated and deflated. And then when you got people around you throwing stones, let he who is without sin cast the first stone. Yes, she may have fat, but ma'am, what is your issue that you are carrying around? Would you like to be defined by it? I'm sure you would not. So don't define other people by things something like being fat, or even being a drug addict, or being an alcoholic, or being a sex addict, or whatever the situation may be. That person has an issue, whether it's an addiction, whether it's just a health problem, or what have you. There are people that have fat because they have thyroid problems, they have PCOS, they have other conditions such as that. You have some people who overeat and they don't know how to practice self-control. You have the emotional eater that eats when they're sad, when they're happy, when they're bored, etc. Then you have the person who is like myself. I hardly ever ate when I was heavier. I hardly ever ate. I got busy. I went through my day all day, and then I said to myself, dang, I forgot to eat. I grabbed something fast food, or I cooked something quick at home, and then I laid down. My body stored the fat because it did not trust me, and it didn't know when I would eat again. It was scared to metabolize it into energy, so it stored it as fat to keep me alive. So that was my issue. And there's so many reasons why. And then you do have the person who likes to eat, they overeat, they eat whatever they want, and they feel like their body is their trash can and not their temple. That's a whole nother issue. But you can't make a statement so broad as to say all fat people are fat because they are lazy. No, ma'am, Pam, that is not going to fly with me. And furthermore, people with PCOS also struggle with depression. I don't know if they know that, but and I don't know if you know that, sweetheart, but you should really Google it. You will suffer from depression and anxiety issues. So I'm pretty sure this did not help your eating situation any. And then the fact that here in America, I'll just speak about America because it's all I know, someplace I've ever lived. But here, food means everything. When people are born, we eat. When people are dead, we eat. When it's sunny outside, we eat. When it's a birthday, we want to go eat. When you graduate, let's go out to eat. Want to go on a date? Let's go out to eat. We ain't got nothing to do. Well, let's eat. Let's pig out. Let's go to a buffet. That's what our life is centered around, is eating. It's a very bad habit that everyone participates in. Whether you eat healthy when you do it or whether you eat a lot when you do it, everyone celebrates with eating. Everybody mourns with eating. It's just the truth. What we have to change our mindset is that food is for fuel. It doesn't have to be boring when you do it, and it can still taste good, but the whole big thing is food is for fuel. And we are supposed to be fueling our body. We're supposed to stay as active as possible, and we are supposed to treat our bodies like our temples and not our trash cans. We should be ashamed of ourselves for some of the things that we put into our bodies: food, cigarettes, drugs, alcohol, etc. Okay? And people at that, if you want to get on that subject. But we'll talk about that another day. So, the statement that all fat people are fat because they're lazy, that is not true. And I don't want to I don't even want to hear nobody say that. But if they do, then I will proudly debunk what they have to say. If it were that easy for us to just lose weight, we probably would have been did it. It doesn't happen by and oh, let me go back to the one that is actually lazy. The one that's actually sitting there complaining about I can't fit this and I feel like this and I want to do this, and complaining about being big but still not doing nothing to fix it, thinking that the weight is going to go away by osmosis or magic or whatever. No, like I've said on several occasions, the weight loss journey is science and math. It is not miracles and magic. You're gonna have to do something, but I can guarantee you that if you don't lose 1 pound, because I got some people on a challenge with me who are not losing pounds, but they're losing inches, and their body feels better and healthier. So even if you don't lose 1 pound, I can guarantee you by changing your habits, you lose inches. And not only that, you gain a sense of accomplishment, and you get energy, and your skin looks better, and you feel a whole lot better. Because let me tell you, being thin do not mean that you healthy. Because I was almost 400 pounds and I've never had diabetes, blood pressure issues, cholesterol issues. The only problem that I really had was PCOS, or that I have is PCOS. But I know skinny people who are on blood pressure medicine, that got diabetes, that have congestive heart failure, and all these different things. So being skinny is not the tell all be all. It's about being fit, being healthy, and eating clean. So young lady, do not allow your family to discourage you. Don't disrespect them in any way. Do not feed into their negative nonsense, them or anybody else. Everybody does not deserve a front row seat to your life. Some of them need to be escorted to the balcony to watch you from a distance, and some of them need to be escorted out of the building so they country behinds will not know what is going on in your life. And then the next time they see you, they're gonna be like, "Ooh, she look good." Just say thank you, smile, and keep it pushing. Because please believe, I have escorted some people out of the building, some of them up in the nosebleed section. Some of them have been banned completely from purchasing tickets to the Brandy show, and the only reason why they are able to see it is because it is on YouTube. Okay, fish. Okay, so don't let that bother you, boo-boo. And it's not the true statement. If you know you actually pushing forward and trying to get over what you just found out was happening, because think about it, you are, I think you told me 26. You've probably had PCOS for a while because you've been overweight all your life. You have never had regular cycles like myself. You have had the other signs of having PCOS, and you haven't had any kind of treatment. Therefore, with PCOS, you're either actively trying to lose weight or you're gaining weight. Because basically what happens is this. I think the statistics were 2 out of 3 women with PCOS are all overweight. There's only a few skinny people that have it. And wait. Let's go back to what overweight means. Overweight can be 10 pounds more than what the charts say that you should weigh according to your height. So overweight can be 10 pounds or 200 pounds. But anyway, 2 out of 3 of them are overweight. What happens is women with PCOS, we gain weight and retain weight about 2 to 3 times faster and more than a person who does not have, than a woman who does not have PCOS. And your hormone imbalances and your sugar spikes, because your sugar spikes throughout the day, and the sugar spikes and things of that nature is what slows down your metabolism, that keeps you from losing weight. It's a whole lot of science, like I said, science and math to this whole thing. And you're going to have to gain control of that. I will speak to you separately and send you an email in reference to some things that will help you out. I'm also going to start on my website. I'm going to talk about PCOS. All my sisters who have it as well, we need to unite and talk to each other, help each other through this. Those of us that are trying to have babies and those of us who have kids, let's encourage one another. I encourage everybody to go to my website and register yourself so that you can see the recipes and some of the videos that are only going to be private for the people who are registered for my site. And those of you, like I said, on this topic, and I'm done. Those of you who got mad, seriously though, I don't do things to make people angry, but I did post exactly what the person said to get a rise out of people. I did want a rise out of people, and I did want the awareness, but those are not my personal views. I do not feel like that's the case for all people. I do feel like it's the case for some people, but not all. So in any event, everybody have a good day, and sweetheart, I hope this gave you what you needed. To her auntie and her mom, I'm sure she will forgive you. You have a second chance. God gives us grace, that which is forgiveness and love that we do not deserve. So it's all good. Just move on. Don't discourage her, because she already going through her own health issues and her own stuff, and that's hard enough. And when you need people, you need your family, and you need people to be there for you. So good day, everybody. No more love and hip hop hands for me. I'm about to do this homework. Bye, y'all.